Well, college football just hit another wild twist. And no, it is not about a game-winning Hail Mary or a last-minute upset. It is about contracts, skipped practices, and, yep, money. Welcome to the NIL era, where talent is not the only game changer. So here is the scoop. Nico Iamaleava, remember that name, the promising former Tennessee quarterback, will not be suiting up in orange next season. Head coach Josh Heupel dropped the news like a cold bucket of water this weekend, confirming that Iamaleava is out. Not injured, not benched, gone. And why? Because he skipped practice while sorting out his NIL contract. That is right. No injuries, no personal leave. Just the business side of the sport taking center stage. You have to admit, that is a twist few saw coming. Now, take a breath, this is where it gets even more interesting. Josh Heupel did not mince words. This program has been around for a long time, he said, almost as if trying to reassure fans and perhaps himself. He reminded everyone of Tennessee's storied past, the legends who walked the field before, and the legacy that, he insists, will outlast any one player. But the subtext? That was loud and clear. No player, no matter how hyped, is bigger than the program. But let us not pretend this is just a Tennessee story. LSU head coach Brian Kelly chimed in with a take that is hard to ignore. He sees the writing on the wall, and he is not sugarcoating it. I think this is the first version of correction, Kelly said, pointing to NIL as the new Wild West of college athletics. Let that sink in. The first version of correction. Translation? Buckle up, because this kind of drama is just the beginning. Kelly believes that as the NIL space evolves, more stories like Nico's will bubble up. Players will weigh contracts like pros, and schools will start treating spring practices like strategic chess moves. In fact, some programs are already skipping traditional spring games, worried that they might lose players to flashier NIL offers from rival schools. Tempting, right? And honestly, can you blame them? One misstep, one Instagram highlight, and boom, another school might slide into a player's DMs with a sweeter deal. That is not just speculation. That is happening. Quietly. Frequently. Now, to be fair, LSU still held their spring game this year. They played. They showed up. But even that felt like a statement, a subtle flex that said, we are not running scared. Yet. But here is the kicker, and this one stings. While the NIL system was meant to empower athletes, and in many ways it is, it has also introduced a layer of uncertainty that college football has never seen before. Think about it. Contracts, agents, incentives, all baked into a world where players are still technically students. Feels a bit like trying to run a Fortune 500 company from a dorm room, does it not? So what now? Well, according to Kelly, better data will help. More transparency. Standardized comparisons for positions, maybe even league-wide benchmarks. Basically, some rules to the chaos. Sounds reasonable. But will it come fast enough? Because one thing is certain, the old game is gone. This new version? It is still finding its shape. And somewhere in the shuffle, young stars like Nico Iamaleava are caught in the crossfire between tradition and transformation. So, what is next for Nico? No one knows just yet. But one thing is clear, whatever field he steps on next, it will not just be about football. It will be business, too. And if that does not make you rethink what college sports are becoming, ask yourself this. Would you skip practice for the right price? Because some already are.